All right, guys. Welcome to another episode of Unidentified Podcast. And guys, I want to introduce this real quick, but let's do it differently, okay? I want to do this pre-discussion session, but I want to keep it like in between like 15 minutes or so. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you something and I'm gonna throw a whole bunch of questions out there and I'm gonna give you guys a minute to actually discuss this back and forth, like go back and forth with the idea, okay? And let's see what comes out of it. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I keep doing research on Elon Musk and very interesting guy. I'm very interested in him. I haven't decided if I'm
Strange.
uh,
Very
but,
interested in him.
yeah, well, you know what I mean. But um, I keep doing research on him. I know he has a total of 10 kids right now. And one thing that I did not know is that his firstborn was born like in 2002, making him 21 years old. I didn't know he had uh older kids like that. I thought all his kids were like super little. I haven't seen that older one. That's just, you know, uh it was surprising to me at least. Um so before I read down these questions and I went into like thinking about these things, I wasn't aware that he had an older kid. But this is it. Elon Musk. Uh, oh, by the way, I got his.
You got his number?
No, not his number. Are you crazy? I wish I did. No. So I didn't know like when his birthday or anything was, and I found it. So it's June 28th, same month as me, of 1971, making him 51 years of age right now, right? And he's South African. I did not know that. I thought he was American, like born and raised in America. Did you guys know that?
Yeah, I knew he was South African.
Oh, I never knew that. I don't know how. Maybe I heard it and I just decided to ignore it. Um, so right now his net worth is about 198 billion dollars. That's a lot of freaking money. And he has five main businesses, okay? With that would be SpaceX, the OpenAI project, the Boring Company. I don't know if you guys are aware of that one.
Yeah.
Neuralink, and the Tesla company as well. Is that five of them? I think I mentioned the five. SpaceX and everything, right?
Yeah.
So with all of these things, and I don't know if you guys know this, but he has this idea where he is saying that the way to go right now is not even airspace, like occupying airspace or anything like that. He thinks we should build more tunnels, go underground, and build from under. Okay, and he said we can build like cities, road, highways, and all these things, and it would be a lot better and less crowded as well. Uh, Perfect. Somebody's calling me. Um, and he has all these ideas. Soon he wants to make space travel a thing. I'm sure you are aware of that as well, right? But the thing is, like, what if Elon Musk died? What then? Like, who takes over? Who is second in command? How who is this person? How does he think or she think? What are the instructions in case he's not here tomorrow? Like, what then? What happens then?
Well, he's got a brother, but I don't think his brother is on his.
I don't think his brother is involved in that. I know he has a brother, but I don't think he's like really involved in all this stuff. And those are major companies, major projects, major ideas that, regardless of what, need to be continued. You know what I mean?
I get you. I mean, what it reminds me of is the situation of Steve Jobs. I almost said Jeff Bezos, but that's when Steve Jobs left the company, or was like, I don't know how it went actually, but the vision of Apple wasn't the same anymore. The products they were setting wasn't living up to par, and it was just going to another road, which the only one who could manage that was the actual owner. And I think the same will happen with Tesla and the other companies he has.
Now let me
Apple
is
different. If you go to Tim Cook first, Steve Jobs first, he was kicked out, then he came back, and then he had pancreatic cancer and he passed away, and then Tim Cook came over. Tim Cook took over, and Apple is one of the. I think they got the highest market cap out of any company. Like they were the first $2 trillion company, so they're still doing their thing.
Okay, let me open this a little more, okay? So let me put this into perspective, okay?
But I want to say one thing, though. I want to say one more thing about Steve Jobs. Tim Cook is not as good as him because Steve Jobs, he would never work with the government. They always wanted to get into those phones, the government, he would not play along with that. And that's the one thing he was known for. He was one of the people in tech who actually stood up against the United States government. And this new guy, Tim Cook, he just goes along with all the censorship, all the woke nonsense. He just goes along with all of it.
Well, that was one of the things I was concerned. I wanted to know, does Elon Musk work with the cops or government in any type of way, any offering technology or anything like that? I don't know if you guys know the answer to that question. Another question I have.
Well, he does. Are you asking?
Are you asking?
No. I'm gonna throw all these questions, and I want you guys to form these.
Well, if you just throw like 10 questions out, we're gonna we can't keep track of all. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's try, because I have them written down, but just so your brain starts moving around, okay? So real quick, what happened if he died today, which I already asked? What kind of turn would the companies take? How does the government feel about him being so free on what he's doing? Meaning mining under, doing the Neuralink chips, space traveling, and all these things. Yeah. So if he died today, does he have any special instructions, don't weaponize his technology or anything like that? Or you think it's just people just gonna go all at it? That's one of the questions. How beneficial is it to just let him freely, do whatever he want? Is Elon Musk evil at all? I ask myself all the time. I asked you guys that before too, but let's see. Why does it seem like nobody's putting limitations, okay, you can't do this, you can't do that? He got so many things, like I said, major projects going at the same time, and nobody's stopping him from doing anything. Isn't that a little suspicious to you guys?
We don't know when the end of the questions are.
That's what I'm saying. You just asking questions. You want us to answer these questions?
Well, that was it. Do the best you can with my questions. My bad.
That's not. Have you ever seen interviews? You don't ask 7, 8 questions, and then it's we're gonna forget what the questions were. You ask them, then we answer them, and then you keep going down the list.
Well, yeah, you have a point. But what I wanted to do was to throw all of these out, all these questions out, so I can stay away from it, because I take over a lot. So I'm just trying to give you an idea of what I'm looking for. You don't have to answer these questions. I'm just throwing them out there. Whatever catches your attention, you go for it.
But we want to answer the questions.
Okay, so let's go one by one. Okay, what if he died today?
What I already said was, I think the companies all of them. Maybe Tesla is one of the most that's already put in line and has a direct vision.
Mhm.
But yeah, SpaceX and OpenAI, Neuralink, those are still companies that are. I don't know what the revenue is or what the numbers are, but those are still companies that are aiming for something. They have a goal to achieve, and I think that goal will change once the Elon Musk falls away or isn't the manager or in the direct lead of it. So that's my opinion on it.
But what happens? Like, like what kind of turn does it take? Like, what in what direction? Or does it slow down? Or will the priority would be like instead of discovering, for example, would it be to make money?
It depends on who takes over, and that's the question. I mean, that's a fair question. As in, if it's somebody that is about the money, they will take a company and they say, okay, let's make it revenue increase as much as possible, or maintain it at least as much as possible. But if it's someone who is or wants to be influential or wants to be like okay, Elon Musk did it, and now I have to buckle up and show my prowess, or to that they want the appearance as something that they want to achieve, then it will take maybe a little different direction. But yeah, that's I think where Elon Musk is also. He's now enjoying the fruits of his labor, and he can steady around. He can smoke weed with Joe Rogan, or just say he doesn't want to give to charity. Doesn't matter. He's the boss, and he lets people know he's holding the reins of it. And I think that when new management comes, I think if it becomes political or governmental or somebody that's able to be influenced by the other upper beings that are out there, then it will take a shady turn, because the companies have a lot of influence and also a big part of tech and market cap, to where people's attention goes. There's where reality can shift to. And that's my take on it. I don't know what you have on it, Ed.
I pretty much agree.
Okay. How do you think the government feels about this? You think like they we gotta find a way to slow this dude down, or are they like do your thing once you discover things, or let's let them roam free and see what this dude comes up with, and then we seize the project if something is important enough.
Well, I mean, he was working with the government. He works with the government on a lot of things, like SpaceX. That's along with the government. What else is it? The satellites. What is that? What is that called with the satellites he's doing?
I don't know.
Come, dude, I cannot believe I forgot the name, but it's with the satellites. Starlink. You got that on your list, don't Starlink? Yeah, but that was with the government, and he was letting the government use that to help out Ukraine during the war. Then he said, "Look, I think you guys, I don't really believe in this war anymore, and I'm going to limit your access to the Starlink, because I think you can use that to target Russia, and you can make this war a lot worse than and I don't want to be a part of that." So I don't know, man. I mean,
how about personally? How do you feel? Like, is he beneficial to everything? Like, is it good to invest money into outer space when the whole world is so messed up? Or do we need a way out off this planet? Or what's your thoughts on those things?
Well, people ask him, when he bought Twitter, people are like, hey, you could have spent $40 billion to help people. It's that's not how things work, man.
Yeah, I believe, was it him that said, if you tell me?
Yeah, you tell me where the money's going, yeah, sure, I'll do it. And they're like, no, we can't tell you where the money's going.
Well, not only tell me what the money is going. Like if you tell me like what's the plan that's gonna
Yeah.
solve all the issues, I'll give you the money. That's fine.
Give me the
And
plan.
nobody had it.
Give me
Yeah.
oversight for the money.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay.
Nobody.
Just give us some money though. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That it's so easy to like freaking throw things out there when you don't have to give solutions. When you are not, responsible for what happens after or anything like that. Throw money at me and we'll take care of it. Okay. But this is what I didn't want to do. I wanted you guys to be the ones, going back and forth and not me. And I involve myself too much or invest myself too much in these conversations. Okay. So I don't know. Like I keep saying this. I don't think he is, okay, but it's just a little scary that once these chips are out there, once like AI is open, like and evolved, and these chips and him being able to like space travel, it's it's a little scary to me for one person to have all that power, in my opinion, right? So you think is me just overthinking it, or like how do you guys feel about that?
I think it's indeed a good point in the sense that you don't want no one person to have all of the power. And I'm not saying he has all of the power right now, but with the technologies he got going on, it's basically a leap to get there and to get as being the first already.
I think what he has is even bigger, more important than money, and even more powerful than just money. Okay, so
but
no.
The technological side of it.
Yeah.
And,
so that's what I'm saying.
To the AI. I mean, I'm also thinking about the time when he actually had an interview and they asked him about what do you think about AI and artificial intelligence, and
he warned us about it.
He was back then. I don't know about now, but in that interview he showed like, okay, we have to really be careful what we do in that regard. So he's conscious enough to know that we can head into a direction which is not good, not that which is bad for us actually. And actually being conscious of that already makes me think like, okay, this is a better person to give my power away to, or not power away to, but to have at the lead than someone who acts like nothing's happening, who acts like...
Well, you have a point, Nagayan, but this is the scary part, right? He didn't only like warn us. He was terrified of it, and he said we shouldn't go that route. And he said he was scared we shouldn't go that route. He said it would be our doom. Okay, it would be the end of humanity if we gave AI the power that they were thinking about, like open AI, as it's called right now. And now he's the one that's commanding the ship. So how does that shift so strongly?
I think people can change their opinions, and
he's not
maybe
working on AI, not that I know of.
What?
He's not working on AI, not that I know of.
Then what was it again? Artificial intelligence?
No, that's not him.
Virtual reality.
All thing he's got is he's not really working on any AIs. That's not him. I'm pretty sure he's not.
I thought he was.
No.
Is that for a reason, do you think? Or is that because of what he said?
I don't think there's nothing that he does that requires it. The closest you get to him using AI is self-driving cars with Tesla. But he doesn't really use AI. That's Google and Microsoft with that AI.
Yeah, no, but this is the thing. Like everything he's doing is smart, right? Smart cars, smart open technology, open AI. He's like now he's promoting it. He's like the one like commanding the ship. Like he's the one
I don't know what is he doing with AI? Like, where are you getting it from? You pull up something.
No.
He says he's got Neuralink, and he says we need Neuralink so we can keep up with AI, but he's not making any AI.
Well, the Neuralink thing. Okay, I have the list over here, but I don't want to go through the list right now. So the Neuralink thing is one of the things that kind of worry me the most. I mean, that's basically working with AI. Like, regardless of how you want to put it, it's dependent on the AI, right?
How? Like, how was that? How was that dependent on AI?
What is the Neuralink? I mean, it's made to solve problems itself and improve how you think and how fast you think, and like.
Or you can access information, or you can have maybe you can have like matrix technology. We can have it. If you're crippled, it can. He says that he can work it in such a way to where it can rewire, reconnect.
Here, people who can't see will
reconnect spinal cord or whatever, make you walk again.
So how does that work then?
It's not AI. It's not like AI. It ain't got nothing to do with AI.
Ah, I thought I did. No. I gotta look more into that, okay?
Yeah, me too. Because isn't it trying to connect the humans to computers?
Yeah, there's that.
That's what I thought, yeah.
But what does that got to do with AI? That's not AI.
Okay, but once you incorporate
open once
AI
you
with
get
it.
open AI. Yeah,
The AI gonna get inside of you? Like I don't
that's
know.
what I'm No, I think so. Like
this ain't
what
Ghost in the Shell. Okay, that ain't how it works.
Am I just going too far?
Yeah, you're going a little too far.
I get it, but you have to have something programmed for it to function properly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the program has to have several rules to be able to,
like a law, for example,
to translate.
It's man-machine interface. You can interface with technology just by thinking. Yeah, that's all.
So you can say open that door and the door opens.
You ain't even gotta say it. You just think.
The problem is that idea is very limited if you just keep it as that.
Yeah, that's what he wants. He wants to
connected all together.
The gap is very small. I think that's what I think. The gap is the leap.
Yeah. Like he compares it to the cell phone. He's like, okay, you got your cell phone.
Okay, we started with a PlayStation, then PlayStation 2, then PlayStation 3. We at the 5 right now, right?
Yeah.
You think when they come out where Neuralink is just gonna stay at that stage?
Like, what are you talking? It just improve the human experience. That's all, and give you more capability.
But that's all that technology is doing, and all that technology has.
Neuralink is the next thing.
To what extent? And that's the question.
Because
if we don't even have to think anymore, if the computer thinks for us, then
what's the end game, Nagayan? What's the end game? You can access all information just instantly. You can speak any language instantly. You can know all the things. Okay.
Interact, personally interact with an interface with a computer, right?
We can have the matrix, all that.
So what do you call that? Isn't that AI?
That's not AI. It's just technology, man.
So
is this AI? Is this AI right now? Like we're talking about?
Okay.
We are talking digitally through a computer, so in a sense, it is AI.
No, it's not AI.
Well, that's reaching. I see what Ed is saying, but this is my problem, right? So, okay. So, what is AI? Well, give me 3 examples.
That's good.
Of
like,
what
is
you do
AI?
with AI.
What is AI? Here's what AI is. AI is these guys who are in the lab. They're talking to this thing, and the thing says, "Hey, I don't really like you experimenting on me.
So
I don't want to be here anymore."
That's an interaction, right?
No, I'm not saying. You listen to what I'm saying. You're talking to the thing, and the thing is telling you, "Look, I don't want to be here. Stop experimenting on me. I want to be a real person." That's an AI. He has his own free will. Yeah. It's not any technology is AI. My computer doesn't say, "Hey, I don't feel like doing work right now."
Not yet.
Ed, so you don't think we're gonna? So we're not gonna be interacting with this? Like, are you like? Oh my goodness. Messing around?
Okay, I get your point. I get where you see the vision, and
you know what I'm saying.
But isn't that the same what he's doing with Open AI? Isn't that the company which you mentioned, or is that?
Yeah, but that's not Elon Musk.
So, he is looking into making everything into one thing. Does that make sense? Like open, like no limits. There's not gonna be, just to give you an example, there's not gonna be this brand and they
just to reiterate, AI is something that's sentient that can think on its own.
Absolutely.
That's operating on its own.
So I'm going there. Okay. What again, he wants to like completely separate these ideas, and that's fine. But what I'm trying to say is, it doesn't work out if you keep it at that level, right? But this is the thing. At some point, this is gonna be something. Just how you ask Siri on your iPhone, "Hey Siri, how is it gonna be tomorrow? Is it gonna be sunny outside? Is it gonna be that?" Okay.
Yeah.
As in right now, there's so many limitations to that.
But let me ask you: Is Siri an AI though?
No.
Okay.
Well,
all right.
Not as you define it. I understand, but Siri that hasn't reached its full potential. It's gonna evolve, and at some certain point, I'm sure the idea is for you to interact with Siri in a very much higher level, right? And then when you come up with Neuralink, it's gonna let you navigate through the internet, right? But I'm pretty sure at certain point you're gonna have an interaction with AI where you like, okay, you don't even have to say it out loud or anything. You just think about it, navigate through it, and then you're gonna be like, okay, let's say you want to form a person in your mind. There's no limits to it, right?
Yeah.
And the AI talks back to you and stuff like that. And that's how you're gonna be learning and interacting and stuff like that. That's full open AI, right? Now there's gonna be laws, rules, and regulations. There's gonna be limitations, but those can be hacked, as anything has been hacked before. What hasn't been hacked yet?
Yeah, they hacked everything.
You understand my issue with this? Like, you understand what I'm probably not asking the question in the best way, but you put in way too many limitations. You're not looking forward into the evolution of this.
But here's my issue. It's not AI. Like, the problem is other humans. Like, other people would do that to you.
But that's always the issue. But still, the humans will be involved in the process, and that's what you can count in.
Yeah. But this is a new issue that I see coming. Okay, once AI, like I said this before.
I don't even think that's the issue. Like, to be honest, if we had it, like, there would be something a lot worse. People who would rather just live in this virtual world than live in the real world. That to me, that's the real problem.
That's not a problem. Reality. No, that's not a problem because you decide to be out of the way.
That's not a problem. If you had enough people,
what are we doing right now, people? Because right now we're just being pixels on a screen.
Yeah, but both of you have children, you have families, you got hobbies, you have things you do in the real world. What if you just said, forget all that, I like this virtual world better?
What if somebody didn't have no kids or anything else going on, and that was their thing, like gamers, like
I see. If it's one person, it's okay. I'm saying, like, when you have millions, it becomes an issue.
The problem comes when it's a forced thing. Like, you must. This is how you get your training. This is how you do this. This is how you.
You ain't got to force people to do that.
We're already having
so there's a lot of there's a lot of jobs right now that force you to take training instead of, like, me training the new guy. They put you in front of the computer, and then that's how you get your training, right? Imagine if you could submerge yourself into a program and just learn the job or get your new information for your new job like that.
Yeah.
Once that becomes normal, I think that becomes a problem.
It can become a problem.
Why is it a problem?
Doesn't necessarily.
Well, not that point itself, but you guys are, like, thinking, like, very limited, okay? Because once one thing becomes normal, it becomes weird for not to accept that that's how the world is now. Does that make sense? So once work training becomes a submergent, once you gotta submerge yourself into work training, just to simplify it, then now you have the issue that other things are gonna, like, copy that idea. Does that make sense?
Yes, in that same theory of ethics and the boundaries
Hey,
of
what's
ethics.
actually the problem here? Like, what's the problem with? Like, what's the
I don't
problem?
know.
Like, there's no issue with it. Like, okay, in order to work here to be this software engineer, you need to have the Neuralink 9000, and you need to be able to assimilate technology really fast, and this is what you have to do. Like, okay.
But you have to. It's
Yeah,
like
if you
when
want to
we got
work here
COVID.
at this
You
company.
have to get your vaccine. You have to get the boosters. You
No,
have
you don't. I didn't.
what? They were talking about firing us. Like whoever.
I would have been happy to say bye.
Yeah,
Bro,
but it's
I
already
don't-
putting yourself against the choice that you have to choose between keeping your job and actually.
Are you purposely
taking
not
something.
understanding what I'm trying to say?
I
Because
no,
every
I
time
get what
try-
you're saying. I don't see why it's an issue though. Like I get COVID, but the vaccine thing. But this is like, if it's like it's like this, right? There's some jobs you can't get unless you got a cell phone. You agree, right? They're like, oh, you ain't got a cell phone. How are we gonna get in touch with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like doctors back in the day before we had cell phones, doctors had to have pagers. Like you can't be a doctor if you didn't have that pager, and we can call you, 1 o'clock in the morning to come down here and do
That
emergency
is a
surgery.
good point, actually. Yeah, but that you see, Ed, that's how it starts, and look where we at now.
What it didn't. It's not bad. Like you know what I'm saying. It's not like it was in the world.
But yeah, but that's
doesn't
the
stop is
potential
what I'm
it
saying.
has. The potential it has to go bad, to get worse, to
Yes,
to
because it
cross
doesn't
boundaries
stop.
that we didn't think of before because we had it a time ago with AI that we had this ethical question. Okay, when, or not yet, but there comes a time when the question is, okay, are we still on track and are we still between the sense of the boundaries that we can. Yes, we can imagine. Yes, we can think. Yes, we can innovate. Yes, we can create. But is it still a positive thing to go there, to cross that boundary, to have that thing in mind, which we already think it's possible, but we just have to make it possible? And yes, that's human race. It's setting boundaries. It's growing. It's being innovative.
Mhm.
But it also means that when we go too far, we harm ourselves or even other people in the process. Capitalism is good, but
Most of the time, yes.
yeah, exactly. But in extreme cases, it's just bad for a whole bunch of people.
How is it bad though? Like if we had Matrix, like we had Neuralink, how is that bad? Like what? To me, like I said, to me the only way it gets bad is if people are addicted to it and they'd rather live in this virtual
But
Neuralink world than the real.
So we
That's the only way it's
we like moving from what I'm trying to get to. Okay, me trying to explain.
You're saying
to you
people are
about-
gonna be forced to do it.
So Elon Musk, okay, this is the thing. Let's say he's evil, and we all get this chip, or the end game, or the idea that he passed on, let's say, to his younger son, just
Okay.
for example, okay. That hasn't been
X23
born. He gets
9000,
born
whatever
in-
that kid name is.
He no, but let's say he has another kid in 5 years. Let's say, for example, AI is out,
Okay.
the first model, few updates and this and that, and the message he passed on to his kid is that this is what I want you to do when you guys take over for the company. Da 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 da. This is how I want things done. And like, what if the end game is control, like human control, like actual controlling your actions? How do you know?
But Elon
Yeah.
Musk ain't about that.
Maybe
that's
not.
the-
You're saying his
opinion that
son.
you have.
His son might be. His son might just be.
but maybe not. Maybe a few things, just a few things need to happen. Let's say his son is like that, or let's say he is like that, and until he accomplishes what he wants to accomplish, he won't show his true colors. Is what I'm trying to say. What?
Yeah,
if-
but
I'm-
that's what it's Ed making a good point. I think
Mm.
that you Ed, your opinion about Elon Musk is that he won't cross that boundary because he's shown he's a good man.
yeah.
Is that still the case?
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Now,
Will he still be good if he acquires all the power he can have, or
Just because someone's powerful doesn't necessarily mean they have to be bad.
no?
no,
But
no,
absolute power corrupts.
You're right. And Nagayan is right as well. Like, Ed does make a great point. And I want you to make a great point, and I want you to have your stance and stay with it, because that'll make you think and throw stuff at me that I haven't thought about. But it's just me thinking, what if? What if? What if I'm right? What if, for instance, I was right and he passed on, and he's smart enough to say, hey, this is not a me thing, it's a generational thing. Let me pass it on to my kids. This is what I want you to do. Once you take over, this is your actions, and you start like this, and this is a plan that you guys got to continue. He got 10 tries right there. He got 10 kids. That's 10 tries. One of them got to survive, right? One of them, might say no, but one of them might be bad. You never know.
And you think his master plan is to take over the whole world?
Well,
It's a perspective. It's a possibility.
It's just a possibility. I'm just saying, like, what if? Like I said again. But yeah, why not? Why is it impossible for him to be entirely, for him to actually be bad?
Why is it impossible? Because like you see him doing good stuff. You know what I mean? Like when he bought Twitter and freed it up and said, "Okay, free speech." That's all I got to see. Because evil, they don't want people to be able to speak freely. They want people to be censored. So it's like, okay.
That is a great.
And he said the reason why he did it is because we need free speech. If we don't have free speech, we'd never make it off of this planet. We might all destroy ourselves if we don't have free speech, and you allow these people to just lie to you or present one side of the story and, get us into endless wars and all this just based on lies. It's like, no, people need to be able to speak freely, exchange information.
So I have no idea. Like, if he died, who takes over for his company, and would the government or something like that like try to like manipulate their actions or their course from there on?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I think so too.
The government, like everybody in Silicon Valley, all of them, the government stepped to all of them and pressed them like, yo, we need you to start censoring people. We need you to start oppressing people. And they did. And the only one who didn't is Steve Jobs. And I guess he just mysteriously got cancer.
Oh, so you think cancer is like a thing? Like
a weapon? They can do that. They can do that if they wanted to.
Yeah, I actually came across a video that was talking about exactly that. What's the name of this president that mysteriously got cancer after he got visited by some of the U.S. officials? Well, it doesn't matter. That's something for another time. I don't want to get into that. Maybe we can bring that up, Joe. Okay, this is taking too long. I didn't want to go so long on this. That's why I just wanted to throw those questions and let you guys like go back and forth with your ideas and only jump in when it was necessary. But it's a good conversation. Didn't go where I wanted it to go, but we can still use this. You guys got anything else?
No, we're good.
No, we're good.
All right. Thank you for watching.
Unidentified Podcast.
See you on the next. By the way, don't be so. It was good. It didn't go where you wanted it to go, but it was good.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but this was supposed to be for you guys. I was gonna throw something out, even if you guys left some of the questions out. I just wanted to like get you like thinking. Like I throw 3 questions at you. You grab whatever question speaks to the most to you and go with it. And then from what you